Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. Here we keep you updated with news on immigration around the world, focusing especially when it has to do with Nigerians. Now, the latest we have is that the first deportation has happened after the completion of this migrant center in Albania. Now, remember that the government of Italy has been working on processing asylum claims for immigrants outside the Italian territory, which they facilitated in the territory of Albania. So I'm going to show you a video of a tour in this very facility where migrants will be hosted in Albania. Now, the hosting of immigrants is likely to begin at the end of September 2024. What does that mean in case you have not been following up on the information? What it means is that any migrant who will be rescued from this moment henceforth, except for pregnant women, will be taken to Albania for the processing of their asylum. Another factor that will, lead to prompt repatriation is if you are coming from a country that has been tagged as safe, then your asylum will be processed very fast and the repatriation will also occur in a twinkle of an eye. They are not going to be wasting time, unlike before, whereby processing asylum of an immigrant who is in the Italian territory would take 4 years, 5 years and thereabout. This time around, they say that it is going to take just few months for them to process it. And if you are not qualified, or maybe you came from a safe country, and then you'll be deported very easily. Let's get into details. According to what we have on the screen here, it says migrant rapid repatriations begin towards the opening of center in Albania. 2 Tunisians out, Piantedosi. Accelerated procedures are effective. So that's what they are saying. Now, let me take you into it proper. Migrant rapid deportation. Now, in the end, the Ministry of the Interior managed to repatriate the first 2 irregular migrants through accelerated border procedures, which means that the asylum was processed very fast and they were deported. Now, those that a year ago had been rejected by the magistrate of Catania, who had not validated the detention of some Tunisians in the Palazzo Center, Ragusa. Okay, in Ragusa. Encouraging news for the government, which 4 months late compared to the first announcement. Now, 4 months late compared to what the original plan was. Like I told you, they normally process asylum for migrants in years. But this time around, just in 4 months, everything has been done and the people have been deported. Now, they said compared to the first announcement, is preparing to open 2 migrant facilities in Albania. One for first reception in Shenzhen and the other in Jeddah, which we have to host foreigners subject to accelerated border procedures. The first arrivals are expected by the end of the month, according to report. By the end of this month, the first people who will test that very camp here in Albania will go there. The first 2 repatriations, Tunisians who were hosted in the detention center in Porto Empedocle, Agrigento, were announced with satisfaction by the Minister of the Interior, Matteo Piantedosi, which is the man you have on the screen. The accelerated procedures, he explained, are an effective tool to combat irregular migration, included. Also, thanks to Italy in the EU Migration and Asylum Pact, they were introduced with the Quito Decree last year and allow for asylum seekers from safe countries a rapid examination of their applications for international protection with the simultaneous detention of migrants in a special center for a maximum period of 28 days, after which the foreigner must be repatriated or released. So in 28 days, which is equivalent to 1 month, your asylum must be processed. Either you pass or you fail. Either you get asylum and be brought back or taken to Italy, or you'll be deported right from that very detention center in Albania. That is what they are saying. So he's going to be taking very fast track. That's what they are going to be doing there. It's no longer going to be this one that we spent 5 years, 7 years before we saw our document. It's going to just take 1 month. So if you come from these countries that they have tagged as safe, then you are not safe, all right, in that particular, what do you call it, in that detention. The validation of the detention is up to a judge, and initially the magistrate had not granted it. The Ministry of the Interior had announced appeals to the Supreme Court against the decision, but then gave up, choosing instead to modify the rule that introduced the contested bail of 5,000 euros for the foreigner who requests asylum. So some people were suggesting like for others to pay like 5,000 euros, you know, to bail themselves from that very prison and be brought to Italy. So it's like somehow selling their asylum this thing to immigrants, okay? One of the points contested by the sentences, in August, a special structure was set up in Porto Empedocle to detain precisely these types of migrants, essentially Tunisians, male, that are non-vulnerable, destined for accelerated border procedures. At the end of the August, the first guests arrived, all Tunisians. The judges of the specialized section for immigration matters of the Palermo court ruled on the validation of the detention, which in some cases they did not validate, but in others they did. Now, they said that last August 31st, the Palermo magistrate approved of the detention of 5 Tunisians was communicated for 2 of these. These are the first cases. The procedure ended with the denial of asylum and the consequent repatriation announced today by Piantedosi, a model that the government aims to replicate in Albania, counting on the strong deterrent effect for potential migrants of a circle that would open the rescue at sea and close with the repatriation from Albania within 28 days without touching Italian soil in the case of denial of asylum. So if you are denied asylum, you are not going to taste Italy. You're only going to be in that prison and be taken back to your country of origin. You are going to be deported right from that very prison where you'll be kept in Albania, one in Jeddah and the other one in the same neighborhood, all right? The laborious work on the centers involving the Italian military engineers is now in its final stages. The structure in the port of Shenzhen is ready. Delays have affected the other site, the former Albanian Air Force base of Jeddah, about 20 kilometers inland, where 3 different institutions are being set up. A center for the detention of asylum seekers, which is 880 places, a CPR 144 places, and a penitentiary, which is 20 places. It took longer than expected to set up the complex machine that will be fully operational by the end of this September. You see how fast this is. So they are going to be accelerated processing of this migrant asylum, okay? So guys, let me know what you think about it. What do you think? So anybody who will be coming to Italy in 2025 or from now henceforth may likely end up in that detention center. I don't really know, but let's wait and see where it takes us to. But at the end, please, if you are sending money to Nigeria, let me tell you that this is the best app for you to use. Use Send to send the money to Nigeria and use my promo code, which is Critics News. Type it in capital letters and gain the bonuses that are followed by it. You have £5 for those in UK, €5 for those in the European Union areas, $10 for those in Canada and USA, and 25 AED for those in Dubai. Okay, thank you for using it. You can download it from Play Store or App Store. Now let's take a quick look at the migrant reception center that has been set up to resume activities at the end of the month of September. Let's go there. So you can see. So it's in the mountain area, if I'm not mistaken. You can see. So this is the compound. Look at how it is. This is where the people will be staying while security guards will be, guarding the perimeters, the outside and everything. So you cannot leave this place until your asylum is completely processed. Then they will take you to your camp. They will take you to Italy because you will have a document. So these are police officers, and you can see the CCTV cameras.
Le telecamere che coprono l'intero perimetro del centro e che registrano H24.
You can see 15 meters square bedroom with 4 migrants. You see that?
Questo è un centro, se vogliamo, italiano all'interno, in territorio albanese, ma all'interno del centro le regole, le procedure, le leggi sono le leggi, le procedure e le regole che vengono applicate in un qualsiasi centro migranti in Italia. È per questo che il paragone con il Ruanda non è molto appropriato, perché parliamo di due contesti completamente diversi dal punto di vista pratico, legislativo, giuridico e così via.
All right, so you guys have seen that. That is the migrant reception center that the Italian government has built in Albania, okay, to host migrants that will be arriving from this moment onwards. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. I'll be waiting, and help me share this video to also create awareness. So people may sell all they have, do everything they can just to get on the boat to arrive in Italy, but only to be rescued and be taken to Albania. And if they find you coming from a safe country and they see that you are not qualified to be granted asylum, you'll be deported right from Albania. You will not taste Italy at all. Your foot will not set in Italy. So how about that? Everybody needs to be careful. We need to start looking for a way to stabilize our country so that we'll not end up selling whatever we have just to get to where we'll be deported back from where we're coming from. You get the point now. Thank you and God bless. Share this video widely.